set up beautifully under the lights.
Brilliant save by Bailey Peacock-Farrell.
Almost the breakthrough.
Sam Surridge puts the championship side ahead.
Rashford! We will require another 30 minutes.
Penalty. Bournemouth through to the quarter-final for only the second time.
Fred's cross, still alive with Rashford, and then Scott McTominay. Manchester United are through.
Good evening. Over the next 60 minutes, we've got 4 more FA Cup fifth round ties to warm your cockles on this incredibly cold week. Alex Scott and Leon Osman are here to talk us through it all. First up for you, Swansea City, third in the Championship, unbeaten in their last 10 against a Manchester City side unbeaten in 21. Well, Pep Guardiola's side were looking to become the first team in top-flight history to win 15 straight matches in all competitions. At the Liberty Stadium, Steve Wilson.
The form teams of their respective divisions, they last met in the FA Cup 2 years ago when City edged a 5-goal thriller, having been 2-0 down thanks to a late offside Aguero winner. Then it was Graham Potter in charge of Swansea, now it's Steve Cooper. He makes 5 changes to the side which beat Norwich here on Friday. There's a full debut for the American international Jordan Morris and a start for former Man City youth teamer Joel Latibaudiere. Pep Guardiola makes 7 changes. Those who started at Anfield and start today are Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Gundogan and Sterling. They last lost to Swansea 9 years ago. The players of Swansea City wearing black armbands today as a mark of respect to their former goalkeeper, Di Davis, who has passed away. His Gundogan has been in such fantastic form lately. On to Ferran Torres, finding space already. Sterling to Rodri. Gabriel Jesus. Got the shot away and it's well saved as well. Woodman, there's a lot of power behind that from Jesus. Well, he absolutely leathered this. I wonder if he landed awkwardly, having hit the shot. Whatever he did, the pain has eased, and he looks like he's going to be okay. Sterling holding off Grimes' challenge. Walker to Bernardo Silva. Walker again. Rodri. Mendy. Oh, it's a great ball in from Mendy, and Jesus has just put it into the side netting. So patient, Manchester City. Mendy fizzed in the cross. Jesus hit it first time, and it hit the post behind the goal. That's 2 opportunities now for Gabriel Jesus. This has been a completely dominant Manchester City display thus far. Grimes losing out to Bernardo Silva. Now there's a bit of space. Gabriel Jesus into Ferran Torres behind Guehi, and good save by Woodman. Freddie Woodman in the Swansea goal. Torres got in behind Mark Guehi, got it on target. That's a good stop. Here's Ferran Torres. Laporte. Rodri. Walker. Oh, lovely ball in. It's gone all the way in. Kyle Walker will take the congratulations and take the goal. I don't think there's any touch on it at all. And it rolled through everybody into the corner of the Swansea net. Well, a Manchester City goal has certainly been coming from the very first whistle, but I don't think anyone expected to see it arrive quite like that. As Walker delivers this, it's actually a very, very good pass, but nobody touched it. It bounced over the top of the foot of Ferran Torres, and Manchester City have the lead. Kyle Walker with a goal he certainly didn't expect to score. Well, there's no question that Steve Cooper's side have been second best in just about every statistic on the board for half an hour, but it's taken a while for Manchester City to turn that into an actual lead on the scoreboard. Cross is a good one, and Fulton's header is just off target. What a great ball into the box this was by Connor Robertson. Fulton attacked it brilliantly. Well, it's a great ball in and a fantastic header, and they're unlucky, Swansea, that didn't bring them an equaliser. Garcia. That's a heavy touch, and Manning took it away from him, and here's Lowe now. Mark Gay's on the edge of the area. Here he is, looking for Jan Dander, and Jan Dander into Lowe, and great recovery by Garcia. It's a corner to Swansea. Well, it was Garcia's error in the first place, and Swansea nearly pounced on it here. He's definitely onside. Kyle Walker's playing low on all day long. Garcia was needed. It's a corner. Jan Dander's corner kick, and it's flicked on just wide. Just wide. It's a great ball in. It is Gay. He got the touch just ahead of Latibaudière. They're right in the mix of the battle to be promoted into the Premier League. Our Steve Cooper's Swansea. Collected by Rodri at full stretch. Oh, and he threads a lovely ball into Sterling. Sterling here makes it 2. Manchester City double their lead in the second minute of the second half. And once Rodri had threaded it through to Raheem Sterling, it really wasn't in doubt. Super ball in by Rodri, who did well to collect it there and then spotted the run of Sterling. The weight on the pass was ideal, and Sterling's finish was pretty comprehensive. It's Swansea 0, Manchester City 2. Bernardo Silva. Ferran Torres is fouled by Manning. That's a free kick to Manchester City. Not much to question about that. It's tough now. Might be about to get tougher. It's Gundogan's delivery. Rodri with the downward header, and hooked by Torres onto the roof of the net. Very nearly a third. Well, as this was bent about in the back, I think Rodri was having his shirt pulled, but he still did well to pop the header back into Ferran Torres. There's no question at all. He's definitely having his shirt pulled, Rodri, by Mark Guehi. Here they are possibly in again. Gabriel Jesus, and that is 3. And Manchester City have scored twice in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half, and they are heading into the last 8 of the FA Cup. There's absolutely no doubt about that anymore. Well, such an avoidable goal from Swansea's point of view. Latibaudière giving possession away, back into Ferran Torres, who turned away from the young defender and lashed it beyond Woodman. Jesus has his goal, and Manchester City have 3. Laporte, Torres, Doyle pokes it on to Riyad Mahrez, and laid right across goal. Mendy couldn't finish. Foden's shot is deflected, and it's a corner. Nearly for Mendy. Looked almost certain that this would go in for what would only be his second goal for Manchester City. Areola here for Swansea. Manning. Whittaker, chance here, hits it well and scores. That's an excellent goal on his debut for Swansea. Morgan Whittaker reduces the arrears. With 14 minutes to play, it's a very tidy finish. The 2 substitutes involved, Areola finding Manning. Excellent first touch and a very smart finish from Morgan Whittaker. It's only his second goal in senior football, and it comes on his Swansea debut. And it comes against Manchester City. He'll remember that.
You know, they're impressive, there's no doubt about that. But, you know, we wanted to be in the game tonight, and the reality is for all of City's play and good play, the goals were pretty soft, and particularly to concede 2 as early as we did in the second half and in the way that we did was a little bit naive from us, really, and something we have to learn from.
So I had the feeling that when they arrive in the final third, they create chance. You have the feeling that they are dangerous up front. No difficult to, sometimes to make a build-up or attack with 5 in the back and 3 in the middle. But yeah, we did it really well. So we started second half brilliantly, scoring the goals, and yeah, good victory for us.
Found the bottom corner, I think, very well there. I've seen the keeper move slightly to his left and I put it in the other corner. No, but listen, I feel with the possession that we had in the first half and the dominance that we had, I think they had maybe one attempt after that on goal, but we did well. We did well, and I think the little breakthrough that we got from my cross-come shot was deserved.
It's become a non-negotiable with them that they give their best, and obviously we try and play a certain way as well, but the mentality behind the identity is a real strong one at the moment. So I'm not surprised that they kept going. I'm not surprised that they scored a goal, and if you like, got back in the game a little bit, because I see it every week with them. So not so much a surprise to me, and another example that the mentality is a good one here.
Well, that's the Swansea point of view. It's worth, I think, before we start looking at some of the key moments, worth pausing and looking at this incredible run that Manchester City have been on. They surpassed the previous best of 14 straight wins by a top-flight side, which was Preston back in the 1890s and Arsenal back in the 1980s. They are formidable, aren't they, Leon?
They are. It's never been done before. You went back to 1800s to get one of the only 2 teams to have done it, and they just look so strong at the moment. He says it's the work they put in over Christmas time, but can score 40 goals, concede only 5, 10 clean sheets. It's a ridiculous run of form that they're on. Yeah,
it's pretty terrifying for all the other teams at the moment. And they had 74% possession tonight, Al, but you sort of picked out a bit of movement masterclass from Manchester City.
Yeah, I think their movement, we see it time in and time again, but their movement is exceptional. And I just want to break it down so we can see it, because sometimes when you play against the top teams, there's more space. So how do you operate when a team banks up and you have to work hard to find the space? So straight away, I want to highlight the numbers, how many are back from Swansea and Gundogan straight here. What you have to do is entice players into spaces that they don't want to go, which then opens up plays. And now we see Jesus going into the space occupied by Gundogan before, which opens up an opportunity to shoot on goal. And it's just your movement on and off the ball to create opportunities for your teammates. Jesus, once again, bringing the defender into a space, doesn't want to go. And then look at this smart run to see your teammates gone in, so you have to make the next run. Yes, it doesn't come off of anything at the end, but it's that constant probing, trying to work spaces time and time again. Gundogan once again getting here in the space on the ball. Yes, we know Swansea's players out of position because they think there's going to be a transition, but then it's seeing the space. Where's the pass to Raheem Sterling to then finish? And yes, in the second half, space is opened up, but you still need to be good enough to exploit those, to see those runs, make runs off the ball for teammates to deliver those passes. And I just think this is the hours that you spend on the training field working patterns of play. And even though you've got squad rotation, everyone in the Manchester City team knows their job, knows how to put a shift in for their teammate.
Yeah. It's impressive to watch, isn't it? We saw Gabriel Jesus with a goal there, and at some stages throughout the course of the season, Guardiola's played without a striker. He's not had Aguero for much of the season. How do you assess Jesus, who's not really had a great run in the side, has he?
Well, he hasn't. He had an injury. He's been building his way back to full fitness and to full form. But he was in the team tonight. He scored 4 goals in his last 4 starts, and he's operating in a slightly different role. Pep's not always using an out-and-out number 9 at the moment with his back to play, so he's finding himself drifting into other positions. He's showing what he can do there. Yes, when he is called upon to play that number 9 where he's more comfortable, he can get himself some space in really tight areas. But, Pep might not always want to use somebody who plays on the shoulder, so he's showing that false sign. Can he pick the right pass? Yes, he can. Can he contribute? Yes, he can. But then, at the same time, he can always find himself in those areas. He does have that striking instinct. He doesn't need to get a touch on that at the moment, but he's there just in case. And, he certainly contributes to the way City intend to win their ball back. You see his intensity there. Not only does he win it back, but then he's straight into that danger area we're talking about. Great touch, great finish, and showing that he's getting back to his best. Exactly what Pep Guardiola needs. And they've done it largely without a striker, without needing a striker. And he's showing he can play right up there. He can play in the holes. really good night for him.
Yeah, some paper rumours about Romelu Lukaku at some stage, isn't there, arriving at Manchester City? But he would cost a lot of money, and they have assembled their starting 11, Al, for just short of £400 million, whereas Swansea's was purchased for just sort of £3 million. That shows you the difference. And despite the lack of possession, we saw tonight, didn't we, why Swansea are playing some really good football and doing well in the Championship as well.
Yeah, I wanted to show some love to Swansea because you can see why they're doing so well. And there were some spells in the game that actually the game could have been turned around in the first half. It's waiting for those moments. Midfield runners, waiting for the opportunity. We won't have the ball much of possession, but when we do get it, we need to go forward with real intent. They got down the flanks from the left, from the right a couple of times in the first half. And if they could just have got on the end of things at times, it could have been totally different. But Leon, they kept on going and going.
They did, and they're so positive. I saw them in the previous round beat Nottingham Forest very comfortably 5-1, and it was down to their positivity, how they're prepared to run forward, the goals that they could score. Whittaker's right on the shoulder here, and they just flood men forward. They get people, and what a touch and finish that is. And they look like a team who's intent on playing in the Premiership, getting back up there, third at the moment in the Championship. It's looking good.
OK, prepare yourselves, everybody, because next we're taking you to the first FA Cup meeting between Everton and Tottenham since the 1995 semi-final at Ellen Road, which the Toffees, Leon remembers, won 4-1 en route to lifting the trophy. Remember that? Ablett to Amakachi. Your commentator for this one at Goodison Park, Steve Bauer.
And that success under Joe Royle was Everton's last piece of silverware. Carlo Ancelotti is aiming to end that wait, while Jose Mourinho's hoping to maintain hopes of a second Spurs appearance in a domestic cup final this season. There's no James Rodriguez or Gomez for the home team, as Sigurdsson, Iwobi and Mina all return. Dominic Calvert-Lewin goes in search of his 50th Everton goal. Harry Kane is only a Spurs substitute. There's no place at all in the squad for Gareth Bale. Bergwijn and Doherty come in to what is still a strong starting 11, and there's a return on the bench for Dele Alli. Both teams take the knee to repeat the strong message: there is no room for racism in our game. Spurs, the 8 times FA Cup winners, but not since 1991, of course, have they lifted the trophy. They have a manager who's already done so. Can they continue the adventure this evening? Lamela. Into Lucas Moura. Recalled at the weekend. He's made good ground there, Lucas Moura. Bergwijn's cross. Lamela's header. Olsen extended, and then Lucas Moura with a follow-up. Inside the first minute. Lamela with the header. But then the Brazilian will be frustrated 6 yards out that he couldn't hit the target from there. Højbjerg. Good defending from Godfrey up against Bergwijn there. First corner of the game is Tottenham's. Every Everton player back, it's a congested penalty area. There's the signal from Son, and there's the delivery to Davinson Sanchez. 1-0 Tottenham. Just the second ever goal for the club for the Colombian. Olsen's beaten this time. What a start for Spurs. And the 24-year-old heads them in front. A standard set-piece goal. Son with the assist. Not the start that he wanted. Carlo Ancelotti. Digne. Sanchez didn't get to that one. Came to Calvert-Lewin. Mightily close to his 50th Everton goal. Wonderful stop from Hugo Lloris with that left hand at his near post. Top class save from the Spurs captain. Højbjerg. Lamela's got Doherty to his right. The Irishman's cross finds Son. Wonderful reflex save from Robin Olsen. The early delivery was excellent from Matt Doherty. Picked out Son. Good stop from Olsen. Only Manchester United and Arsenal have won the FA Cup more often than Spurs. Iwobi. Everton corner. Their second of the tie. In from Digne. Yerry Mina. has got 3 goals this season. He has got a great leap on him. He just got his angles wrong as he headed it into the ground there. That was sloppy from Spurs. Calvert-Lewin! 1-1. Mistake punished. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin has his 50th Everton goal. Calvert-Lewin's 18th of the season. Højbjerg with the mistake. Everton were quickly onto it, and the power was too much for Lloris. Everton 1, Spurs 1. Good cup tie. 15 major trophies as a manager. He'd be a hero if he could deliver one as the Everton manager. Calvert-Lewin, lovely touch into Richarlison. Wanted the room for the shot, and what a shot! Goodness me, a terrific strike from Richarlison. It's his first career goal against Spurs, and it's one the Brazilian will remember. Richarlison waited and then drilled it into that bottom corner. 2 Everton goals in 2 incredible minutes. Make it 2-1. Digne trying to search out Sigurdsson, who took it down beautifully. Calvert-Lewin's on the move and going down, and David Coote says Everton penalty. Alderweireld stunned. Fabulous touch initially from Sigurdsson. Calvert-Lewin goes. I'm not sure there was too much contact. Chris Kavanagh in VAR is the one checking it. So it is a penalty. Gylfi Sigurdsson against his former club to step up against Hugo Lloris and calmly give Everton a 2-goal advantage. What a 7 minutes of football, because 7 minutes ago Everton trailed by a goal to 0, and now they lead 3-1. Lamela. Oh, he's gone again, he's got the run of the ball, Lamela! And he's got it back to 3-2 with virtually the last kick of the first half. The Argentinian's 4th goal in the FA Cup. There isn't time to reach the first half. What has this second half got in store after that extraordinary first 45 minutes? And that's an Everton throw, and that will be the introduction for Harry Kane to enter the fray. 20 goals already this season. He's going to replace Steven Bergwijn. 9 goals in 11 games against Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is down for Everton, his England teammate. This will be a concern, particularly as he's pointing to the hamstring on that left leg. Well, that's a blow. 9 minutes into the second half. As Spurs bring their top scorer on, Everton have to take theirs off. And the club captain, Seamus Coleman, is going to be required, as is a little reorganisation as Calvert-Lewin goes down the tunnel. Everton will hope that that isn't too serious. Son up against Godfrey. Round Godfrey, wonderful delivery. Michael Keane with some smart defending. Tottenham with the corner. Fast feet from Son. Had Keane not made that, Harry Kane was waiting right behind him. Son's corner into that danger area. Flicked on and flicked in. Tottenham level. Olsen beaten. Alderweireld with the first touch. Sanchez is claiming the final one. It's 3-3. Alderweireld definitely got the first header. Olsen then got a touch. And Sanchez, in ahead of Sigurdsson, poked it in. 1 in his entire Tottenham career. 2 in one night for Davinson Sanchez. And from 3-1 down, Spurs have got it back to 3-3. Sigurdsson, but here's Richarlison. Oh, fabulous finish. 2 for him, 4 for Everton. And they're back in front. Clinical from the Brazilian. Sigurdsson, the provider. Richarlison definitely onside. And right across the face of the goal. Another splendid finish in off the post. Well, they've lost Calvert-Lewin. Richarlison's gone in that central role. And that's the end result. Everton back in front. 4-3. The Spurs were upset, we understand, in the lead up to that goal. They didn't get a free kick for that challenge from Iwobi. Son. Blocked by Godfrey. Another Tottenham corner. Vinicius is going to be introduced. And Moussa Sissoko for the last 8 minutes or so. But only after this corner. Son takes and Richarlison heads away. Alderweireld points to where he wants it. Cross deflected. Another corner kick. In from Son. Olsen with a strong hand. Back from Lamela. What a block that was. Doucouré. Now Son. Oh, and there's Kane. Those two link up again. And Tottenham are level again. So, what a cup tie. And Harry Kane has scored for the 209th time. Now outright second in the all-time Spurs list. And yet again, it came from Son. Curling left-footed cross. Well, Kane scored eventually after Doucouré had cleared that off the line from Lamela. Everton 4, Tottenham